Okay, I've been contacted by a new company this time, by Geek Buying. Have sent me this JJRC H5P. Really interested in having a look at this because it's the same size as my FY326, which I'm really impressed with. But this one comes with a camera, an HD camera apparently, so we will have a go through it. Very impressed. First of all, the box is turned up and it is absolutely, well, apart from a very slight crease there, it's really good. It's been well packaged. It was well packaged in another box and that was sealed up well. Whether or not that's just for me, but I'm sure that's the way they normally work. And an interesting thing on this, it's a 1100 milliamp hour battery on it and 3.7, so it's one cell, and a 2.4 gigahertz, as all the other ones seem to do these days. So I'm interested because this is going to give us extra long flights. So we're going to unbox it and see what we think of it. So, like I say, impressive box and impressive the way it was packaged. Good carry handle, so transporting it around. There we go. Oh, the cameras come separate in another box. Let's just unpack that first of all. Move that just out of the way. And there we go. And it shows mounting it. It looks quite an interesting little camera actually. It's got a 2 GB card in there, card reader, the screwdriver that we get with every quad we buy, and actually the camera itself sort of thing. So we'll show how to mount that on when we've got a bit further through. And then the actual quad itself, well boxed, it's not going to get damaged or move around. Actually quite a handy way of transporting it around if you're flying at different places like I tend to. Well done. They sent me the green one. I don't know that it would be my first choice of colour, but it's not bad actually. It's quite a nice colour to be honest. Feels quite nice. Feels a bit more robust than my other quad of this size, but I will put the two together I think, and feels quite light as well. I'll get it on the scales and we'll have a look. The props look exactly the same as all the ones that I've got that are this size. It's obviously a standard for them, and it looks like we're going to have quite a few LEDs around if they're going to be used that way. No battery bay at the bottom, and a little on-off switch there, and then obviously we're going to connect our camera into here as well. Let's have a look. There's something here. Yep, oh there we go, and there's the battery. Like I say, this is a much bigger battery than you usually get on this size. Cool, wow, that takes a lot of weight off. And it's a 1100 milliamp hour, so that's going to give us a fair old time I think, so that'll be good. I'll get that on charge. Apart from that, it looks pretty good. It's got very short landing skids, but when we go through the box we'll probably find some other landing gear there as well. I'll just put that to the side. The other things in the box, I'll just pop them all out. There we go. Some prop guards. Don't tend to use them a lot myself, but if you're a beginner, you really should put them on. So actually I'll put them on for the review, and then perhaps I'll take them off later on if I start doing some different sort of flying. But they feel pretty good. They've got a little bit of spring in them, which is good. You don't want them too solid. Same, I would imagine that's the landing gear, same with that as well. Same material, actually slightly different material than the quad. We've got our instructions, which are very small, quite tiny to read, and they're in Chinese and English, so that should be interesting. And then onto the sort of accessory pack. So the other one, this one here, was just purely all for the camera. And then this is actually for the quad itself, so I imagine we've got the usual, there's screws that are loose, which are probably for the prop guards. Oh, they're going to go everywhere, I thought that. We've got a charger for the battery for the quad. You have 2 spare props, so that should be fine. A multitude of screws, which I'm now going to pick up off the floor, and a controller. Transmitter, sorry. Feels, yeah, it's very plastic. But it's quite a nice size actually. Feels around the wrong way for the camera, but that does actually feel good. It actually does have a hole so you can put a lanyard through to go around your neck if that's the way you fly. It's not the way I tend to do it, but it's quite handy. And that not being flexible is quite useful actually. It's not gonna get damaged. I'm assuming these trim buttons will work, and whether this will be one will be a flip, I'm sure the other one will perhaps be rates, or if not, turning the camera on and off. But I'll go through all that when we get her to fly, and we'll see what it does. And there's auxiliary trims or dials there, but they don't actually work. They're just there really. Little LCD screen as well. I'll just see. And we need 4 AA batteries for it as well. So and they don't come in the pack either. One of the screws is obviously going to go into here as well. So there we go. That's the unboxing.